Russian soldiers are being killed and wounded at a rate unprecedented for the entire war, according to the latest statistics. The casualty rate is so high that Moscow's forces are suffering losses comparable to those of Imperial Russia during World War I. Yet recent comments from NATO chief Jens Stoltenberg suggest Russia has high tolerance for casualties, something Ukraine and its allies did not anticipate. And Putin does have two possible solutions to the massive losses of men, and both involve Russian women. I'm Anya Kurzun, a journalist at Kyiv Post. Subscribe to our channel for regular updates, exclusive interviews, and more explainers. Statistics published this week by the British Ministry of Defense reveal that in November, Russian forces suffered a daily average of 931 casualties. According to the researcher Ragnar Gudmundsson, this rose over the last 7 days to a daily average of 1,020. Most of the losses have occurred in the relentless assaults on Avdiivka, a town in Donbas region, where Russian infantry forces reportedly made more advances on Thursday. The pace of casualties exceeds those in the grinding assault on Bakhmut earlier this year. If confirmed, the losses are already approaching historically significant levels. Most archival records place Imperial Russian military deaths during World War I at 1,100 soldiers killed and 2,200 wounded per day. According to Gudmundsson, just on November 16th this year, Russia lost 1,330 men. It should be noted, however, that Ukrainian estimates of Russian military losses include both severely wounded as well as soldiers killed. But on November 27th, the British MOD said, although defense intelligence cannot verify the methodology used by the Ukrainian military, taken as a total, including both killed and wounded, the figures are plausible. The last 6 weeks have likely seen some of the highest Russian casualty rates of Russia's offensive against the Donbas town of Avdiivka. And we don't have to rely on just Ukrainian sources for this, as Russians themselves are saying exactly the same thing. In a video posted on social media this week, a Russian volunteer told a church congregation about the toll being taken on Moscow's troops.
Я первый доброволец с города Санкт-Петербурга, зовут меня Кyiv Игорь Геннадьевич. Вот сейчас вот под Донецком есть один полк, который постоянно идет вперед. Сейчас на самом деле очень большие потери. Вот у меня 10 дней не было там. Более 1000 человек погибших.
A Russian regiment consists of 3 to 6 battalions and typically does not exceed 2,000 men, suggesting 50% were killed. The Kremlin has not officially commented on losses for months now, but there are some messages coming out of Moscow that suggest a looming demographic crisis is on Putin's mind. Speaking on Tuesday, he called on Russian women to do their part in boosting the country's population. Many of our grandmothers and great-grandmothers had 7, 8, or even more children. Let us preserve and revive these excellent traditions. Large families must become the norm, a way of life for all of Russia's people. The family is not just the foundation of the state and society, it is a spiritual phenomenon, a source of morality. At the same time, Russia is also limiting access to abortions, a move led by the Russian Orthodox Church. Patriarch Kirill, the Kremlin-backed head of the church, said in January, the population can be increased as if by waving a magic wand. If we solve this problem and learn how to dissuade women from having abortions, statistics will go up immediately. But while having more babies isn't exactly a quick fix, those in the West believe Russia can sustain the massive losses, at least for the foreseeable future. Speaking earlier this week, Stoltenberg warned that NATO must not underestimate Russia. He added, Russia's economy is on a war footing. Putin has a high tolerance for casualties, and Russian aims in Ukraine have not changed. So that's it for today. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, leave us a comment, and I'll see you next time.